Hello and welcome to the Book of Mormon Scripture Challenge. So, as you can see, I'm doing really well right now. See, I'm at this super secret suite where I get this great health care benefits. They have these cool little breathing tubes. I'm even connected to these little devices that read my heart. And I've got these nifty little drinking mugs. And so, actually, I've been a little sick for the last 2 weeks. Anyway, so today I'm just want to record a few thoughts about General Conference, because General Conference is coming up right now, and I think it's important that we have a few thoughts going into it about what we should be looking at. Now, General Conference, we have talks from general authorities, and so I thought it would be great to go ahead and start with a thought from a prophet. How about one of the best prophets there is? Moses. You see, Moses, he is, one of the founding fathers of our religion. He wrote the Pentateuch, the Torah, right? He is the author of the first 5 books of the Bible, and he led the church. He is a Christ figure, and just absolutely most important character in the Bible. And so I want to start with a thought from him. You see, Moses was an absolutely caring prophet. He loved his people so much. I mean, he loved his people so much that take consideration about what he did right after their very first big sin. So the people of Israel, the people of Israel have fallen. And this is what happens. In Exodus chapter 32, verses 30 through 32, it says, "And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, and now I will go unto the Lord. Peradventure I shall make an atonement for your sin. And Moses returned to the Lord and said, Oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them gods of gold. Yet now, if you wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written." So, think about that for a second. Moses goes to God and asks him to be forgiven, and says, but if you can't forgive him, blot me out instead. Take away my salvation for them. That's amazing that he would do that for his people. But he loved them a lot. He cared about them. Now, Moses, he cared a lot about his people, and because of that, he cared a lot about his people, and because of that, he was willing to put a lot of effort into taking care of his people. He would allow them to come to him all day long, as he was commanded to do as their leader, as prophet. And people will come to him from morning till night, bringing forth the problems in the area. And as this is going on, his father-in-law, Jethro, comes to him and says to him, this is in Exodus 18, verse 17. He says, "The thing that thou dost is not good." Think about that. He just walked up to the prophet and said, hey, what you're doing is wrong. That's crazy talk, right? Well, actually, no. Actually, this was really good that this happened. You see, Moses then listened, and he said, yeah, let me hear it out. And Jethro presented what he, Moses, the prophet, should be doing instead, allowing to have other governors help him be able to hear the cry of the people so that he doesn't have to sit there and listen to everyone all day long. Now, this was good for Moses, because then, after that, he was able to govern the people better. Now, imagine if Jethro just sat in his tent and complained, oh, Moses, he's doing this all wrong. Moses never would have heard it, and it wouldn't have helped him out. So it was important that Jethro brought this complaint forward. Likewise, we as members of the church need to be listening to the prophets and apostles and giving feedback. They need feedback. That is important for us to do so. And so it's important that we not only hear these things, but we share them to others. Others need to hear it as well. And as we talk about it as a group, as the whole entire congregation begins to talk about these things, it's going to be able to go back to the prophets and apostles, and they'll say, hey, there's conversation about this. We need to take care of that. And things can get taken care of. But if no one talks about it, it can't be taken care of. right? It is good for us to challenge things. And that is the spirit of the Book of Mormon Scripture Challenge. To take things that are taught to us by apostles and prophets and challenge them with Scripture. Look at them with the Bible, look at them with the Book of Mormon, and see how they compare. And if it doesn't add up, we talk about it, right? If we don't do that, things go untouched for generations. And so it is important that we challenge these things, that we look at them, and that we share them, that we have conversation about them. And so as we go into conference, I want to encourage you to listen to what is taught and think about, how does that add up? How does it compare? And compare it to the Bible, compare it to the Book of Mormon, and then talk about it. Share these things. Share what you're learning, and ask others what they think about it, so that these things can help everyone. So that is my challenge to you as we go into conference. Pay attention and challenge everything. Until next time.